We're going to start a new project. We haven't finished the tank by any means, but that could go on forever and ever. So I figure we start a new one and kind of give you a sense for, with anything, how you can do different and different things with Scratch. I've actually already kind of started here. I made this little spaceship and I just did some air quotes, but all this was fabricated with rectangles, um, triangles, circles, you name it. And what I've done, trying to select these two, but it's not letting me. Okay. What I did was I just kind of I fabricated it with the rectangles and the circles, and then if you want to make these shape-looking things, I can actually show you. So I'm not gonna go into how I made the whole thing, but the plume or the little exhaust here of fire, I just took this line tool and you can make lines. Notice and then you click on the ending point and you basically connect them. And that's how you can get these odd geometric shapes. Now, once you have done your shape, you can you select the object and you can fill it a specific color. So that will do that. That's how I made this, what is supposed to be like the little cabin, the wings, or these are maybe little winglets, and then we have the plume on the back. So that's how I fabricated it. I've seen a few of you in your own projects make your own little shapes. So I'm going to delete this one. I don't need it. That's how you can make one. And so make one however you want to do it. As always, when you draw it, make sure you center this, okay? Notice that if I move this around, notice there's the center right there. And you can center it right there. So make sure it is centered. Don't worry about the size so much right now. You can modify the size later on. I'm calling this the spaceship. I was going to call it alien, but spaceship. Now we're going to do like a Space Invaders game. So that's the next project. But on this project, I'm actually going to task you with certain parts of the project. So I'm not going to code it all for you. The goal here is for you to make it, make it all on your own. Well, not all of it on your own, but most of it. Now that I've put all these figures together, all these different shapes, notice I can move them. If you do Control Z, as in zebra, it undoes your move there. But now they're all independent shapes, and I don't want them to be independent shapes. I sort of want, I want to group them. Now, before I group them, I want to talk a little bit about these up here. Notice that if I click on this, on the little plume here, that I can bring it forward, and now you can see it over this purple rectangle, or I can send it back. So if I click it again, send it back, and now it's behind it. So that's how you can hide so that there's no overlap wherever you don't want overlap. Obviously, you can change the color of these as you like. You just click on it and you set a different fill color. But this is the spaceship. Now, I want my spaceship to be pointing upwards. Instead of trying to highlight this whole thing and then trying to rotate it, which is okay, I want to group this. I don't foresee myself moving these, separating any of these shapes. So you can group them. And now they're all one. If you click anywhere, it selects the entire thing. It's one cohesive drawing now. And then I'm going to actually turn it. Well, actually, let me do this. So that if we want to get it exactly right, we can flip it vertically. Notice how it just flips it like that. And that's good for me. So this is the spaceship. I thought I had put spaceship here. We have the spaceship. There's no code in it yet. We don't have a background either, but we have the spaceship. and the spaceship is going to be able to shoot missiles. And again, we're going to replicate that by just kind of like exactly what we did here with the tank, where we were shooting bullets. The way the spaceship is going to shoot is you're going to it's going to create a copy of itself, and it's going to change its costume. So I would need to make a costume here for the bullet. And so you start getting a little more adept at doing these. We can choose a costume. Notice here's the costume little addition icon, whereas over here you add a sprite, a separate sprite. We can paint it. And obviously, I suggest that you always draw this in the middle. And you can do a rocket here. So there's the rocket. We'll make this maybe, I don't know what color rockets we have here, but I think gray is for a good color here. As soon as I find it. I don't know where gray is at. It doesn't matter, but I'll just make it like right there. You can add a fence to your rocket. So we use this, again, this little drawing tool. We can make sure you connect it so that you can fill it in. Okay, so click it there, draw the line. Right there, it's not connected. Click and then draw another line there. And there we are. That's connected. Now I'm going to flip this. I'm going to copy it, actually. Copy it, Control C, and then paste it. And then I'm going to flip this horizontally. And I'm going to move this now to the other side. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. Like that. And then I'm going to give them some color here. So I'll hold the Control key or the Shift key. And it lets me select both of them so that I can give them the exact same color. There we go. And then finally, the head here of the rocket. Okay, and I'll make the head yellow. Now, right here, notice that if I move it down, it's over the rectangle. It's overlapping it. So I'm going to actually send it to the back of the screen so that the rectangle is on top of the little head of the rocket. And then you can add a plume if you like. I'll leave it like that. But now we have two costumes, spaceship and a rocket. Don't worry about the size. We can change the size later. So your task then is going to be able to move the rocket. Now we've done some of that before. That's your first task. Again, I can do it. I can show you how to do it, but I want you to start trying some of this on your own. I'll put it here. We'll name this the sprite here spaceship, which is the same name as this costume, but it's okay. This costume is going to be a missile. And so I want you to, well, one, make your spaceship and then the missile. So two separate costumes. Start from scratch, no pun intended. And then I do want you to write the code necessary to be able to move your rocket. Now the rocket is only going to be able to move side to side. What keys you use is up to you, but it should only be able to move side to side. And then I want you to also code the shooting. So write the two algorithms, basically. One algorithm for the motion of the rocket. Now the rocket is going to be like down here, and will only be able to move side to side. You'll have aliens coming in here in formation, like maybe a row of 10 alien spaceships coming in, and then as soon as that row gets to a certain value here, you'll get another 10 like row, and the aliens are going to be moving side to side. Basically, the Space Invaders game. and your rocket is going to be on the bottom, and you'll be able to move it from side to side. And with whatever key you like, you'll be able to shoot aliens. So that's the objective. I don't want to write the code for you, because I want you to start getting your feet wet when it comes to creating something of your own. Um, you can work together if you like, but make sure that you submit your own code and that you don't copy someone else's. We'll name the project up here. We'll call it Space Invaders. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the spaceship, the costume here for the missile. If you want to add more than one, that's fine, like we did with the tank. And I want to see motion to the sides and the ability to shoot a missile. That's what I'm looking for, okay?